Super cubes are not for everyone, and that's okay. We've all bought kitchen gadgets that have ended up in the back of a cabinet or a closet somewhere, never to see the light of day again, and I don't want that for you. I don't want you to waste your money on something that's not going to be a good fit for you. So I'm gonna ask you 8 questions, and I want you to answer these very, very honestly, because I want you to determine whether this is going to be worth it for you and your life and what your needs are, and not just because it's some sort of new fad, not because it's trending, and not because you just feel like you should be doing it. Only you can make the decision of what's going to be best for you and your family. So let's get into these 8 questions, and then hopefully by the end of this, you will have a better idea of whether you should really invest in super cubes or not. The first question is, why are you considering freezer prepping? Is your goal to save money, to keep you from ordering takeout or eating out at a restaurant? Is it because you have certain health and dietary needs like food allergies, celiac, autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's? Maybe you have a low histamine diet you have to keep to. Maybe you need portion control for something like weight management or diabetes. For us, one of the best things that we could use it for is for going on vacations. Due to our food allergies, particularly to dairy and gluten, we don't have the luxury of being able to go out and get takeout or eat at a restaurant very often. So for us, this is a godsend. And so we are able to then bring those freezer cubes that I've already prepped from home and bring it on vacation with us. Is this something that would be useful for you? My point is that you need a clear purpose for freezer meal prepping. If you do not have a clear purpose, you're not going to stick with it, and you most likely will not end up doing it long term. And so then it probably wouldn't be worth the investment for you. So you want to really dial down and see if you can figure out what that reason would be that you would want to start and begin meal prepping. Do you have days when cooking just isn't possible? There could be a myriad of reasons of why cooking isn't possible. It could be that you're just in a really busy season of life with sports like we often are, or maybe it is because of your health conditions that you often don't feel good. You have days that you're kind of having a flare and are not able to cook. Maybe it's because you work late nights, and so by the time you get home, you're just too tired to cook. Whatever the reason is, if there are days that you are not able to cook, then this is really where Super Cubes shines. You want to prep when you can so you can eat when you can't cook. But if you are in a calmer season of life, then you might not need these right now. Question number 3 is, do you have the freezer space? Because let's be honest, some of us do not have the freezer space. So while Super Cubes stack beautifully, especially with the lids on, they do still take up space, especially in the initial freezing. So I freeze these overnight, and then I package them up in the morning, and then I'm able to put them in my containers that I have in my freezer. But the truth is that I had to prepare for those containers because my freezer was stacked full. So if your freezer was like mine, then you need to probably clean it out first before you prepare to even think about getting Super Cubes. If you have room, then this is a no problem situation. But if you don't, you need to either solve that problem or Super Cubes might not be for you. We need to talk about money because it's important. So you need to ask this next question of whether this is actually going to save you money and be a good investment for you, and if you can actually afford it right now. If you are currently someone that orders takeout quite a few times during the week, then this might actually save you a ton of money, and it will end up paying for the Super Cubes over time if it's going to reduce the amount that you're actually ordering out or going out to eat. But if you rarely order out already and you're on a tight budget, then this is probably not gonna make sense for you right now. Now, if you're someone that wants to try it out and you think that it could save you money, but you're not sure, then it might be beneficial to maybe just start with one set of Super Cubes. Usually a set comes in a pack of 2, but not to get too much. Don't go all in because they are expensive. And that is true about Super Cubes. It's one of the common complaints about them is the price. So you really wanna be honest with yourself about what you can actually afford right now, and if it is going to save you money, and if it's going to be worth the investment. Question 5, do you get overwhelmed by meal planning? One thing that my mother did not tell me happens when I became a parent, that I would be overwhelmed with thinking of new ideas for dinner every night. And if you're someone with ADHD or executive dysfunction or any of those other mental health things that maybe makes that decision fatigue so much worse, then this is also going to be a godsend for you. Having a freezer full of meals just takes that guesswork of what you're going to make, and you're able to take off more nights also. So if you don't want to cook that night, everyone can just grab what they want, and you don't have to worry about figuring out what you're going to make that night. It just takes the pressure off so much. So if you're someone that just gets totally fatigued decision decision fatigue, then this would be great for you, believe me. Question 6. Are you okay with the maintenance that Super Cubes requires? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you about the maintenance of Super Cubes because I do think that it's important. People that own these have all different systems of how they take care of and clean their Super Cubes, but I'm gonna tell you what I do and why I do it. Now, I actually created an entire video about this where it goes much more in depth. I'll link that up here for you if you're interested. But essentially, Super Cubes, because this is made of 100% silicone, one thing about silicone is that it is not porous like a sponge is, but it does absorb fats and oils on a molecular level. So if something is particularly stinky, it can really get absorbed into that silicone, and I don't want it to flavor other food that I have. So that is something to consider, but there are ways to prevent that, and one way to do that is by using soap that is fragrance-free. I'll also link that down in the description as well of what I use, but use a fragrance-free soap, and I personally do not put it in the dishwasher, even though it's dishwasher safe. And the other thing is using the bake-out method, which will completely remove the smells. Now, the bake-out method is something that after I clean it, I pop it into the oven at 300 degrees and I do it for up to an hour. It's kind of a set it and forget it thing, and that works really well for me. It was annoying at first, but I've just kind of gotten used to it. And to be quite honest, cast iron is way more work, in my opinion, than popping these in the oven. But I'm willing to do the extra steps even for cleaning cast iron because it's important to me, because I like to use cast iron. And it's the same with the Super Cubes. These have been so helpful for our family that I am fine with cleaning them by hand and then just popping them in the oven to get rid of any smell so it doesn't impart to anything, and it's able to be released into the air, all those smell molecules that get into the silicone, and then it's like working with a clean slate every time. And one reason I prefer these over glass and plastic is that I'm not dealing with a whole bunch of mismatched containers of plastic in the freezer. And then the same thing with glass. Glass can take up a lot of space and it gets very expensive, and it's not something you can easily pop stuff out of and then keep reusing. You usually keep it in there until you're ready to reheat it again. So I want something that I can make lots and lots of meals and I can reuse these over and over again. So this is a really good fit for me. Question 7 is, are you concerned about the potential health effects of silicone? If you look anything up long enough on Google, you are going to find something wrong with everything. Everything from the microwave to your gas oven stove to using a toaster oven in the kitchen, just plastic, everything you will find something wrong with, and there's probably a study support it being okay as well as being harmful to your health. And the truth is, in life, if I'm just being honest, is that we make compromises everywhere in our life, and it's for different reasons. So some people will go out to a restaurant, they'll eat the food, they don't question where the food comes from, they don't question that it came in plastic or whether they're microwaving in the back. They're not questioning those things. It's the same thing with takeout. You might be getting it in a styrofoam container or a plastic container, and those are compromises you're willing to make. In our case, we are not able to go out, we're not able to get takeout due to our food allergies, and so this is our compromise. This is a lifesaver for the days that I cannot cook, for the days that I don't want to cook, for the busy seasons, for the sick seasons. This is our lifesaver during those periods of time. And you have to determine on what level that you are comfortable with each thing that you do, where you're willing to compromise, where you're okay with living in the land of moderation. Using Super Cubes and popping it into the freezer for a few hours to freeze and then packaging it up into a food saver, that is our compromise. And that is something I'm okay with for the sanity of myself and my family, and being able to have good, healthy meals that I know what's going into the meals versus going to get takeout where I don't know what's in it. But if silicone is a hard no for you, then that's fine. You have to choose what is best for you and your family based on the information that you have. I would encourage you to look into more of the research having to do with silicone as well as other things if that's something that you're interested in, but you have to determine what area that you compromise in, what area of moderation you allow into your life and your family's lives. Do you have a freezer meal prep system that is already working great? If you have a freezer meal prep system that is already working, you do not need to fix what isn't broken. But if your freezer system has problems where maybe you're dealing with cracking, breaking, maybe it's taking up too much room in your freezer, or you're not able to reuse those containers because they're currently being in use in your freezer, then Super Cubes might be a good solution to the problem that you're having. And here's the thing, you do not need to spend all day meal prepping on a Sunday for all the foods that you're gonna need for that week. If you enjoy doing that, then keep doing that. That's what works for you. But you don't have to do that with Super Cubes. The nice thing is that when I make dinner, As you can see here, I actually have dinner waiting for my family. When I make dinner, I just make extra so that I can freeze some. Even if I only get 2 or 3 portions from that night, that's 2 or 3 portions that are gonna add up in my freezer library of foods that my kids and my family will be able to pull from on a later date. And quite honestly, it's just a lot less work. It's a lot easier to make 4 chicken breasts as opposed to 2 chicken breasts, or just to make double the amount of rice than making just a single amount of rice. So it just makes sense and is so much less work and prep to do it that way. So take some time out and really think through the responses to these questions and ask yourself these questions and be honest with yourself, because you don't want to buy these and then just sit and not be used. These questions are about you figuring out whether this is going to be a good solution to your problem or something you'd be interested in doing if it makes sense for your life and your situation and your needs. And if you decide you want to try them, I will link my favorite super cubes in the comments. And in a few weeks, I'm actually going to create a video more specifically about what the best purposes are for each size of the super cubes and which ones I would not recommend getting and why. So let me know in the comments what your purpose is for meal prepping, why you're even considering it. I'd love to hear from you and where you are in your meal prep journey. And if you are someone that already has super cubes and you have valuable wisdom in your experience of using them, please give some wisdom to the people in the comments that are really considering this heavily and whether they should or they shouldn't and why. What are some of the challenges you have faced and what are some of the benefits and the things that you love about super cubes? So for now, I gotta go because I gotta get this food on the table. I have a child coming home from baseball any minute and it's probably getting cold, so I will see you in the next one.